Oh, you can see it from here.
Whoa!
You can really see the king's face from here, huh? I'd realized 'twas slowly moving, but its coming to Brilehaven was beyond my expectations. Oh, it floated over here? I wonder why it came.
Yes.
I do suspect it keeps a watchful eye on the top candidates. It's evident that we're being observed, as we've seen from the coronation rock. Well, maybe that's actually for the better. Seeing that thing in the sky might make everyone really think about the kingdom's future. Anyway, we better get to finding an inn we can stay at. It's a cool story, bro.
Ridiculous.
What did she say? Even now, His Majesty face watches on. Once the exposition of Brave is over with, it's on to the Ontario next, I suppose. I never thought I'd see the royal palace entire borne aloft, let alone on skybound pilgrimage to Ucronia's 3 great cities. Royal magic, and what a tremendous magic it is indeed.
Ridiculous. Leave it.
Thank you.
Oh, this guy seems important. Well, not important, but like notable. Look at him.
Ridiculous. Hey, you.
You lot aren't from around these parts. What's all this then? We're looking for a place to stay.
Really now?
My.
Oh.
The inn turns away all who are not of the nobility. It's infuriating. Please don't take this the wrong way, but do I no longer look that the part? Kinda. And then this guy we already talked to. He's a candidate, and he seems good. Like, he's probably not that important. We're probably gonna fight him if it's like oh, he doesn't even have an entry, so he can't be that important. A king should be beautiful, should he not? Wait, Loveless. Okay, anyways.
That's
Enough now.
Oh, there's like a different character at each. Okay, so that one, this guy what's his name? I didn't get his name, but it's okay. His dialogue wasn't even, he's like a beauty freak. That's like you see a character like that in anime and stuff, other video games as well. Lena, I saw you in Martyra, didn't I? Another participant in the tournament, right? Were you planning to stay at this inn? Unfortunately, there aren't any beds left. Because of the exhibition, everywhere's full up, and after I told myself I was going to make sure to stay somewhere nice this time too.
I see.
That's so. If this place is no good, we'll have to look for somewhere else. But wait, that gauntlet runner of yours, the one you had parked in the middle of Matera. Hey, come on, what sort of technology does it use? Let me in on it too. Who are you again? You're terrible, saying you don't remember me. I'm Lena Caden. Look at the glimmer in her eyes. The only daughter of the Caden workshop. Just so you know, I'm participating too. I've got a real gauntlet runner of my own and everything. That means if you're stubborn and refuse to tell me, I can make you do it by force.
Hey.
Oh, Loveless. Look who's here. You're that Elda fella from Martyria, ain't ya? Wait, we met before? Guess we both got ourselves marks for the exhibition. Were you hoping to stay at this inn? Sorry to disappoint you if so, because I just got tossed out on my ear by the innkeeper. Said it's already full, and the one calling itself the come one, come all inn. Some joke, eh? Is there anywhere else to stay? There's 2 other inns nearby, but I'm hardly thrilled with either option. On the other side of the fountain is the Golden Coral Pavilion, where no knobby wankers like Forden stay. A Parapis or an Elda staying there? Fat bloody chance. And there's an inn past the Golden Coral, but that one's twice as pricey. Rumors say that's where you'll find Louise, naturally. Probably bought out the whole place for his rabble-rousing crew.
I guess.
You think so? Guess we better avoid that one then. not like we could afford it to begin with. As far as other options go, there's the spider's den over by the tavern. There's a dodgy looking Yugif standing out front smiling all creepy like. Puts me right off staying there. So I'll pass. Besides, who needs an inn where there's a tavern? When there's a tavern? From this day on, I claim it as my castle.
Huh?
I doubt we'd get much sleep in a tavern. I sure wouldn't anyway. Not that this spider's den sounds much better. Then again, there's no way we're getting into the Golden Coral. So we might not have a choice. Should we go check it out?
Oh, All right then.
Unstinking believable.
What is it?
Oh, on the hunt for lodging, are we? I have a spare room available. I won't refuse service to anyone, and my rooms are affordable for all. Criminals? Persecuted tribes? Oh no, I wouldn't dream of turning business away.
Enjoy your stay.
Feel free to have a look at the accommodations. We can discuss payment afterwards.
Kind of freaky.
Yeah, he's probably gonna rob me just based off that. He's called a wary innkeep. This place really seems shady, but we might as well look at the room. Okay.
Well, should have figured they'd be out of the upper rooms with all the travelers in town.
'Tis a far cry from the runner, at least. I am full glad to stretch my legs again.
Did you see that giant bug just now? It was like the size of my head. It's gotta be poisonous.
Oh yeah, she has a tiny head.
Oh, pull yourself together. It's just a insect.
Well, listen to you. You can't have lived in a giant sandworm den and been afraid of bugs, surely.
Hence the hut.
That's why you lived in that hut.
More importantly, we must discuss tomorrow's
lore.
proceedings.
Right. We meet up with Joanna, then get to
He
the
has one on
exhibition
the
after
Gauntlet
that.
Runner, too.
Joanna will admit to the crime. The guilt of a sanctoress, especially of her status, will guilt Forden by association. That should make an impression on Louise.
Yet for all this, we need Joanna herself. Do you truly think she would join us?
Probably not. Oh yeah, we're trusting her, child killer. We have to trust her.
We have to trust her.
She chose to offer her own head instead of the monster's. If you ask me, she'd not have done that if she didn't believe it truly was her child.
Ah, okay.
At least in part.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she
believe
does seem crazy.
expressed Genuine parental love.
Let's be real.
I
She's
want to
not
believe
gonna
it,
like
at least.
go through the trouble of actually getting children kidnapped and sacrificed if she wasn't a little bit crazy. And then what she's saying, you know, she lost her child. Or what? Yeah, did she lose her child? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Guilty.
And what if she ends up not showing up? I mean, you're the one who got the worst of all of this in the first place.
If it comes to that, you've still got my head for the days. After all, the bounty still says I'm a kidnapper.
I would never do that.
Dash will not sacrifice an innocent life for our victory. But your offer speaks highly of your
You must be
spirit.
new. I mean, he is new.
Right. We've done what we can do. All that's left is to
That's
keep our
not
chins
how
up
we do
and face the
things around
competition
here.
head on.
Too early yet to retire for the night. We could drop by one of the local pubs. Listen for what perks our ears. And while we're at it, might as well sit down to a proper supper, eh? Could be my last, after all.
Oh, haha, very funny. But I guess good info is important. Let's go check it out.
What are we without
This idiot again?
beauty? What do we care for promises and speeches from repulsive mouths? Beauty is everything, and it is time our country reflected that.
Sounds like the candidates have started their speeches. Let's listen in for a bit.
with all skills and talents equal, would you see the crown atop an ugly head or a handsome one? Beauty is power. Lack one, you should lack the other. When I take
Oh my god.
the throne, all the hideous will be stripped of their titles. Together, we shall build a nation ruled only by radiant, everlasting paragons of beauty.
I love you, Lord I love you forever!
Well, he has a point about what people tend to follow.
What? This really doesn't bother you? It isn't right?
You'd rather wait for a king who was always right, then?
Enough about appearance. A beautiful face cannot win wars. Without military power, the crown's voice means nothing. When I am king,
Who's this?
I will establish a unified nation with the Rousant tribe at its head. Our tribes, our status, they mean something. You could stray from a monolith, but it will still remain. There can be no true peace without using the power we command. Hear, hear! For Rousant pride!
What pride is there in seizing power by force? Disgraceful.
When I'm queen, all the land's corrupt upper classes will be wanted men! We'll have our guillotines sharpened and our wallets open! Those who thought to tilt the world with their heavy coffers will be a head lighter! We'll split their fortunes and toast to our health!
Preach it, Katharina! You're just what this land needs!
Wouldn't the first target be the one on the throne, then?
Everyone's just shouting all their ideals out.
These candidates are all pathetic. Nobody here even compares to Lord Luis.
Luis isn't even in the running, lad. Poor Blight is afraid of losing to Sanctifex Forden.
You've got it backwards, geezer. He's just not wasting his time on these windbags.
I confess, I know not how to feel. 'Tis unprecedented. Never before have our citizens come together in the street in broad daylight and shared their true feelings on king and kingdom.
Indeed. Is this really the kind of change His Majesty wanted? Maybe I'm overthinking it.
Let's go in. If we hang around too long here, we're bound to get dragged into a nasty argument.
When I'm king, pleasures will rule the city. A bar on every block and a flagon in every hand. All you can drink, all year round.
Woo! Next round's on Loveless.
Let fools be content with their fool dreams. Grant me the crown, and I will make our kingdom powerful beyond imagining.
Most powerful? Doesn't really mean anything, does it? Aren't you another one of Luis's flunkies, hound? Stop barking and get back to your master.
Always about that goddamn Luis. I've been in the guard just as long as he has, you swine.
It's like only here to impress Louise.
Looks like a great many of them came all the way here to watch the competition.
That lad there?
That guy's like a non-contender in my book.
Are you a candidate too?
Like, basically, if I was competing and someone's like motivation and rationale for being here is like their ulterior motive is literally to get someone else to approve of them, it's like, bro, get the fuck out of my way, bro. I don't know. I would never want to like have someone like that be like my representative leader or whatever. You know what I mean? Especially like the other people here, they're all like contrasts or whatever. It's like nice. It's like trying to show like democracy. This is democracy manifest.
That lad there? He's an elder, isn't he? Are you a candidate too?
Well, strike me down, you're right. Never seen one of you blokes before. Might be out of luck in the race, though. You'll not stand a chance.
Pay him no mind. A drunk's words weigh nothing.
Wow, there are fish swimming in front of the store.
Ah, I've heard of this. 'Tis on the customer to fish up a catch, and the chefs will prepare it for eating.
I admit, I'm curious. Shall I sing a shanty for you as you take up rod and reel, Captain?
Oh my god, is this game gonna have a fishing minigame? Literally, like every single game has like all these RPGs.
Natural. By all means, let us try it.
Did she even look at it?
Why, tis delicious.
She's always like this.
The aroma of the sea simply floods the mouth. Ah, and what splendid crunch it has.
I guess I'll try a bite. I mean, they wouldn't let us fish up anything outright inedible. I hope.
These will tie together. It's a delicacy.
It's a delicacy.
You just made that up, didn't you? Ugh.
Guilty as charged.
It's rather slimy for my liking.
I said nothing since Hulkenberg seemed to enjoy it so much, but if you're going to eat an unknown fish, might you not at least sear it first?
'Tis fine enough without, I say.
You need way higher standards, lady.
Excuse me, friends. Don't mean to interrupt your meal. I'm Batlin, a church crier for the tournament.
Yeah.
Maybe you remember me.
Yeah, man. You've had a
Sounds like
lot
you
of
made a hell
lines,
of a
man.
splash in Martyra, huh? Felling a vicious beast's one thing, but not many candidates took it figuratively.
We're trying to eat here. Had to
With a
do
problem
something.
like that, I had to do something.
Well, the rest of the candidates had to find themselves ahead for the lineup. Rather struck me when you all broke away from the pack so soon.
Oh, that's how we do things.
Do you have a head ready?
Well, let's see.
All of us are the main
Got our
characters.
heads right here, I suppose.
Lips sealed, huh?
Wait, what?
Well, let's see. Got our heads right here, I suppose.
Lips sealed, huh? Well, I'm certainly looking forward to the exhibition then. Especially considering the diversity. of
Oh
your
yeah,
little
we're
party.
team diverse. I just thought about it.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to the exhibition then.
All of these other
Especially
guys.
Considering the diversity of your little party. I've always preferred to chase an interesting lead over a sure bet. Can't help it, I'm afraid. So, I'll have a keen eye out for you. All right?
Yeah, just thought about it. All of those other
Cry is
groups.
an odd one. Not really what you'd expect
They're like
from a Sanctus
homogenous.
promoter. Who is he?
Like the Pyropus people are like cheering for Katharina because she's Pyropus. It's not like that. It's not always tribe based. You know, the one's preaching for beauty and shit, like some sort of trait or something to aspire to or whatever. And then we're like technically like a crazy band of people to be, and not like Elda's like, I don't know, they're like the fucking natives. They're like persecuted. Nobody likes them. Everyone's like so mean to me. And then it's just like art, you know, Yugif, Elda, Clamar, wait. Clamar and then the Rusant. Is it Clamar? Yeah. Horns are Kalamar. Elda's me. Rusan is the elf ears. Ugif is obviously the fucking bunny people. Nadia is like the blue, really blue eyes, like Alonzo and this lady, whatever her name was. Parapis is the dog or cat ears. They go. Sometimes it looks like a dog's ears, and sometimes it looks like a cat ears. Same difference. Ishkia is the wings. Roag is marks on their face. Are they all red skin, darker skin like that? And then I think their ears are all round, like normal, like ours, like normal, like ours. If I was in this game, I'd fit right in with all of these people that are just saying all this fucked up shit. The box head people, Mustari. They look like that one enemy in Evil Within. Once again, Mustari. So wait, hold on. Actually, I just thought about it. Are we gonna have like someone from each tribe? How many party members? Oh my god, I skipped the cutscene.
Rumor has it that young...
Fuck, man. Skipped. Oh man, I usually don't make that sort of mistake, but it's all good. That Crier's an odd one. Not really what you expect from a Sanctus promoter. Who is he? Oh yeah, we're seeing a lot of him. He's getting a lot of screen time. Oh, he might be one of the people we get like a social link thing then.
Rumor has it that young candidate hasn't brought ahead. Wonder what he's playing at.
I'm sure we didn't miss anything that important.
Candidate hasn't brought ahead.
Or it'll just end right there and then.
At.
Whatever it is, he's about to get a sharp lesson in the ways of the world, poor lad.
I think he's worth keeping an eye on. Keep it under your hats, chums. But his power may rival Count Luis. I think he's just the ingredient we need to spice this race up a bit.
Right. Just got back from the pub, did you?
You wound me. Nobody trusts a radical, huh? I expect you'll see for yourself.
Joanna and Barden should reach the city by morning. And I imagine they will aim to find us in our gauntlet runner. Nearest ought to be there to greet them. When the day dawns, we should head to the gauntlet runner. Cool. It's still linear. We'll just talk to her and go to bed. The other candidates' speeches seem practically identical. I'd not trust those types with the country myself. Is there no one who could truly rival Louise or Forden? No, it's like realistically, even like in real life, you have like 2, 3 front runners, 3, 4 front runners, and then it doesn't really change. Like, think about like the parties, like liberal, Democrat, conservative, whatever. Heisme.
My apologies.
I have a favor to ask of you. Would you mind lending me any unused blankets? Oh yeah, what will you use them for? For defense. Look at him. For defense, you understand? Just in case. Otherwise, while I'm sleeping, I'd be unprotected against... Oh, he has a thing about bugs, huh? It's starting to show itself more and more. So what, he like hides in the bag, sleeps in the bag, or like he covers holes or something? What does he do? I'd be unprotected against the... Apologies. Against bugs. I want no contact with them whatsoever, awake or asleep, so I thought I might bundle myself in blankets at night. Okay. Yes, I know this place is warm as it is. Yes, I'm prepared for the inevitable night sweats. Nevertheless, I'd be grateful to have any spare blankets. Okay, well, he has an actual bug phobia. That's like too extreme if you're like even tripping out over like a fly landing on you. Can understand not wanting to be like crawled on like by like spiders and like caterpillars or something. Brilehaven is positively rife with tourists. I myself have long awaited the delicacies here, and indeed, twas so delicious. I wish to eat every fish in the restaurant's tank. Fish so fresh it still wriggles in the mouth. Now that's a Port City specialty. Oh, that makes sense. What's that look about? You don't find it appetizing? Lady, you seem like you just... Like, she might be one of the first to... If cannibalism was okay in this game's universe, like, morality-wise, she'd probably eat fucking Heisme. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, what was... Oh, let me try to check something. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Like, I'm wondering if our team is, like, basically... Probably not. It wouldn't be. There's not enough slots. But yeah, like, I'm assuming, like, one of our party members is gonna be, a Mustari would be nice. What are they called? People with wings. Like Maria? Well, she's... Oh, we'll probably get, like, some half-blood. Like, hybrid. Right? If you're gonna be a diverse team, definitely someone's gotta be mixed. Okay, and yeah, whatever. Alright.
Look at that.
If I'm done for the day, should I retire for the night? Yeah.
Good night.
Rest well.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The man's sloshed again.
Oh, he Ishkia, that's what they're called. He is one. So we already have that. Yeah, we're gonna get someone Mustari on our team.
What happened to waiting for our guests? You utter buffoon! Is this why you volunteered to stay behind?
You getting shit face?
Seems like Joanna and Barden aren't here yet.
Oh, I feared this might happen. And we've no other head to offer the judges. 'Tis a precarious position.
They'll come. Let's all stay calm. They'll come.
No. They'll come.
Ah! I'm going to splash some water on my face.
It'd be the most interesting thing.
What?
Jeez. This guy's here already.
My sincerest apologies. I wasn't expecting anyone to come in.
Hold on, let me hear her scream again. Hear it on turbo?
See,
how did you come to be here? Explain yourself.
Is something the matter, Barden?
They were here the whole time?
Quiet, child
I'm
killer.
so terribly sorry. We heard the Gauntlet Runner had a washroom, so we thought we'd freshen up a bit. I bathed first and was resting in the back room, contemplating my final day as a sanctuaress.
Sir Nuris over there very decently let us in to wash up.
I couldn't stand it, old thing. Her heart would bring any right-thinking man to tears. Could have run like a bally thief in the night, but here she is, washing away her sins. It was more than a chap could bear, I say. Needed a drop of the grape and grain just to get myself through it.
The bottle's barely any emptier. Was a drop really all it took to get you drunk?
Oh, please do not blame the poor man. Talking to him has eased my heart for the trials to come. I cannot let myself betray you and regress to my vile delusions. I only sought to atone with myself before my sins are duly punished.
I understand. Thank you for coming. Then, as we agreed, please confess before the crowd when the time comes. To be honest, I'm hesitant to turn you in now you've genuinely decided to repent. I mean, we're hardly icons of virtue ourselves. In fairness, you're a woman of status, and it'll be a big crowd. We're not looking to instigate a public stoning here. You can explain yourself freely, in your own words.
Maybe she'll give a great
Can't
apology.
ask anything more than that.
Thank you. Truly, I've felt so much more at peace since last we spoke. The fog has only
I'll
cleared
use
further,
her apology as a
giving me
template for
clarity of
my
purpose.
apology
The
for if
fog,
I ever
huh?
get cancelled.
Thank you for everything. I do hope you win the throne.
Because, like, let's be real. What she did is, like, basically something that would get you put in jail for life. If not death penalty. Oh, no, actually, death penalty, probably. She literally kidnapped children and fed them to a monster. A monster that's called a human, or this game's this game, man. And like, yeah, let's see her. Let's hear the let's hear more what the lady has to say when the time comes. Let this be something to look to when it comes to redemption, right, Joanna? You're probably going to be a great character all of a sudden, even though you totally just fed children. You like belong in Witcher. What happened to that other guy? Anyway, sorry. I'd really rather not. I intend to.
Yes, I intend to.
Whoever the crown goes to, we're at least going to make sure it isn't used for evil.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna win the crown. I'm the main character after all.
We need only trust that our plans will bear fruit.
Whether that actually is how the game ends up, like, going, like the direction it goes, who knows? Like, I want, if it goes like a by the book story, that's fine too. It's about execution, but I want some twists and turns. Maybe.
First round of the tournament for the throne, the exhibition of the brave, is about to begin. Our monarchs-to-be will now present to the people the heads they seized to demonstrate their power as worthy of the throne. At a later date, when the second round is announced, the faces on the King's Rock, that is to say, the candidates with the top 20 approval ratings, will pass the first round.
20? 'Tis a great many eliminations.
Oh yeah, what the heck? You have to get top 20?
We'd at least make it through the first.
Well, I mean, that
It might
makes
not be
sense.
that simple.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your eyes to the lineup of all the
Villains, all of them.
faces at the judges' table.
The old gods must make room for the new.
Of Oceana and Montario.
Oh, it's her ladyship. Lord Montario's here too, eh? And the armor on that fellow over there. A
Oh, these are
general,
like
is
just
he?
the world leaders, basically.
And of course, we have the one, the only, the people's favorite, our guest from the Sanctus Church. Better known as the Miracle Saint, healer of all ills. Presenting the lovely Lady Rella Cygnus.
Saint? Who's this? Someone fill me in. I've been literally living in a hole.
A brilliant healer. We've met, though a long time ago. Even as a student, she was already considered the kingdom's best in her field.
Looks like the crowd's on your side, milady. Can you give us a few words about what's on your mind as you take on the judge's mantle?
Well, I'm afraid you've rather got me on the spot.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, we saw her when she was meeting, like, the Illuminati people.
Oh.
Or world leaders.
This-
Oh, let me check something. Sorry to interrupt her. She can wait. Which is which? I wanted to know. Whatever, we'll figure out who's who.
City sure has, great seafood. And, well, sea creatures. Fascinating, aren't they? There's so much we still don't know about them.
Oh, I did hear about a legend of some monster in the eastern seas of Oceania. Imagine, the mind races. I'm hoping I can investigate those sightings while I'm here.
That's just great, Lady Rella. I'll just stop you there, clock's ticking and all that. But we're thrilled you're enjoying your stay.
Sometimes I can hardly believe you're my sister.
Oh,
Still not much of a public speaker, are you?
So they're related.
A saint?
One's a singer,
Well,
one's a
she
saint.
seems like a nice enough lady.
We'd better stop worrying about her and focus on ourselves. I don't see Luis anywhere.
No, she's the ops,
but I
bro.
bet he's got eyes in the crowd.
Unless she's gonna join us. Oh, she could be a potential party.
Now, the time has come. Let the exhibition of the brave begin! First up is a respected gentleman of the church. Godot, the head
All right,
of
let's
the
see.
monk soldiers of the crown
What do you kill?
theocracy.
A fish? Bro, you got a large fish. That's like regular enemies to us. Makes sense, we beat him up
I've
too.
no taste for needless killing. Therefore, I chose a mark with meat. Abundant.
Ah,
edible.
all right.
After the judging, it will be served in a banquet for the poor.
All right.
A stand-up fellow,
Okay,
my
Godot.
good people. Strength
I see you, I
and
see you.
compassion in one package. He's got the crowd on his side right from the start.
But still, big fish. Nah, we got this.
Now,
I don't
is
think
there
that's better than
anyone who can top this?
anyone can top
I
that. I'm sure you can.
And we have a challenger. Second in line is the church's direct opposition, the spearhead of Count Luis's supporters, Gladel the Black Hound.
One look at the head and I know what you're thinking.
Yeah,
It's
tiny.
small, isn't
Yeah.
it? Well, I can bloody well tell you I'm not like this smarmy git who fished up his dinner. I'll tell you what this is. Behold, the head of a hideous human!
That's not a human, bro.
Where's your proof? Yes, the young sod's right. How do we know that's really
That's not a human.
What drivel? Look at the thing! You think a normal beast could have a face like this?
Actually,
Probably
yes.
just made the damn thing yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, useless as ever. Did it never occur to me that the average citizen has never seen a human?
Based on the design so far, it's literally
Now,
like way more
everyone,
creative
let's
than
have
like a
little
fucking
composure,
bird,
please.
chicken, rooster
Candidate
looking thing.
Gladel, we're very much obliged. You may step down.
It's like has a ring around the rosy here. Inside of it is like a table and a clock and like a TV
Now,
and it's an
on to
egg
the
and it's like
next.
pretty zany. Oh, this is massive. From the but it's a giant. But it's still. All right, I'll give it. That's huge. That'd be like
The
a
size of
boss
that thing.
on the same level as a dragon if we fought it.
Eastern Sea.
Someone took the beastie down.
Oh, is this the octopus on the map?
I'd heard tell of a monster tormenting the people of this beautiful port city.
Oh my
Could do no
god.
less than grant them respite from their suffering.
This motherfucker killed the octopus thing that's on the map. Unless I'm like, that one looked different though. That wasn't like a squid head. That was like a circular. So maybe that one's still out there, but. So this one's probably just local. It's alright, Forden. Good job. That's the best so far.
Such is the duty of those with power.
He's the front runner. He's the.
Who expected anything less? His Eminence Forden is simply in another class. Suddenly, the critics have all gone quiet. All I hear is gratitude.
All I hear is gratitude. Yeah, I want to figure who's who sitting up there.
Gordon's trophy is more impressive than I expected. How are we going to make a stronger impression than that?
I mean, it's not looking good. Well, it's fine. It's fine. It's
It'll be
fine. We're the main characters.
If he'd gone after us, the reaction would mean we'd have been written off no matter what we presented. Let's count ourselves lucky and trust in our strategy.
Now, no dirty looks, you lot. Next is the Pagan Assassin's Prize. Let's see what head we...
If he'd gone after us, the reaction would mean we'd have been written off no matter what we presented. Let's count ourselves lucky and trust in our strategy.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
You've got now! Thank you, Candidate Julian, for that helpful, exhaustive, and I think exhausting explanation. Ooh. Now, we've had quite a succession up here, but our last is coming up now. This should wrap up our show. Now, if the last candidate, the Elden Boy, would please
the Elden
on
Boy.
The stage.
Wow, you couldn't say my name. You just called me the Elden Boy. It's like the black guy,
Where's the head?
brown guy, the American. Where is the head?
Your pardon.
Don't have
madam,
one.
But would you happen to be the Lady of Martira? Joanna, the Sanctoress?
Indeed. The head they've brought is
Yeah.
The impudence.
Yeah.
An honored lady of the church before
This was a good
judges.
move.
This is not to be borne.
I've got something to say to you too. That you chief there. Isn't that Heismay?
Oh, you rat.
The same damn criminal you were supposed to be chasing?
Oh no, but she's gonna confess. Confess.
You chief of all things.
This. After we saved your hide on the road.
Silence! He may be a former knight, but now he's a heinous criminal who stooped to kidnapping. Anyone who claims themselves his ally should be disqualified on the spot.
Please, wait. I have
Yes.
something I must confess
Okay.
to you all. You speak of the kidnappings that terrorized my home, Martira. I am here to confess that the true culprit behind those atrocities was me. I was the caretaker of a hideous human in the basement of my castle. And to feed it, I abducted the innocent people of my own city.
What?
Yeah, Klinger
Sir,
got eaten by him too,
speak
man.
sense, woman.
Master Heismay is innocent in all this. He was framed for crimes performed by my hand and in
Okay,
my
yeah,
name.
good confession. Good on you, lady.
Captain of Martira's Guard Corps.
Ah,
Stand to
yeah.
vouch for all that she
Sick.
Just so.
Shake it up.
It was this young candidate who killed that human, cleared me of the false charges, and dispelled the shadow over Martira.
Thus, here I
The
stand.
one true king.
My
Will.
head is his to offer.
Will metaphor.
Well, that's quite a turn of events. We have our head, ladies and gentlemen, and it's unlike any we've seen yet.
How is this believable? She's an imposter. She's got to be.
Of course. That, or they're putting words in the poor woman's mouth. A
Uh-oh.
sanctoress would never.
Uh-oh.
What will His Eminence Forden do?
Yeah, Forden.
The
That's your
Honorable
peoples.
Master Godot should know whether I and my words can be trusted.
He's like baffled. Yeah, she's a crazy lady.
True to the last word, isn't it?
Yes, Your Eminence.
Oh, he's gonna kill
Without
her?
question.
Come on, Forden.
Young candidate, you have done well to bring about her repentance. Now, justice must be rendered.
Yeah. What's he gonna do?
What? Right here and now?
Oh, yeah,
Your
they are?
Eminence, a
Oh,
moment.
okay.
Thank you for your concern. But I have no objections. For a sinner like me,
Oh, yeah, she really is
to confess
repenting and
the truth
redeeming
to the
herself.
people has already been more
All right,
than I
cool,
deserve.
you know?
O new king.
Wait, what?
Thank you for your...
Oh, yeah.
It is my hope that you will rid the world of its twisted prejudices and common cruelties. Please, leave this country armed
Kill
with
her.
the truth.
I will. I promise. I will. Yeah, sure.
I will. I promise.
Yeah, her crime is incredibly severe. Oh, wow, they actually killed her. Oh, damn, she's actually dead. Dang, all right. Wow.
Well, folks, sometimes that's just how the curtain falls.
No song or dance to it, nothing.
It's
Just
sanctified
gone. They're
sword
just
and
wheeling
turned
her
the
out,
head.
bro.
Then our dark horse here has certainly turned in the heaviest.
It's like anticlimactic, but that's kind of like the abrupt. Dang. Wow, she's just dead and gone. She's just dead and gone. Cause yo, what her crime was serious. She literally that in our world that death penalty would probably be like, you know what I mean? Especially if it's like someone in that position, and then it's like man eating, babe, child eating, anything eating really. That thing probably just wants flesh. But yeah, the human is like. It's crazy, bro. It's like, oh, and then when she was like talking the way she was talking, that she's gonna like basically confess. It's like I'm in my head. I'm like, oh, well, yeah, she's gonna like betray us or something. Like, you know what I mean? It's crazy though. And then they just stab her in the head and she's gone, or wherever they stabbed her. I don't know if they stabbed her. And they just cart her away, just ASAP. It's no like anime shit where like, oh no, stop, and then like you use like verbal to like absolve her of it. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, bro. Like what she did was actually, I was surprised she's actually coming and doing all this. Like it's like, but no, that she redeemed herself, and she says for a sinner like herself, especially in her position too. She's with like the church, right? And then she's like the, you know. Whatever happened to her, like, you know, traumatized her. The sad truth is still does not, in other people's eyes, it'll just never be justified in any sort of way what she ends up doing. That's just crazy. You seen that thing? I don't even know why that thing didn't even eat her, bro.
Those crazy kids have done it again.
What a show!
After the events of the exhibition, many people seem to have taken notice of me. I hope this eventually leads to saving the prince. Cool. That was entertaining. We did actually steal the show there. Because it doesn't even matter what they brought.
Departed, wishing everyone well. I suppose he aims to reach Martira before Joanna's confession does.
Oh. See, that's crazy to me. It's like even though they brought all these monsters, right? It's like we're being like fancy. Like we're being like thinking outside the box really there. It's like we brought, not only did we didn't bring the human, sure, but we killed a human in the process too. She confessed, and then we just brought her ass in after dealing with her and the, you know.
And Forden himself. I hardly expected the man to make himself so visible.
Likely his attempt at redirection. Keeps the blame from falling on him and the church. Can't say it didn't work, I suppose.
Yeah, because like even the way they killed her is just like not even like we could talk them out of it. Would you even really want to? It's not like it went that direction where it's like, oh no, everyone's gotta live. Oh, she said she's sorry. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, no, bro. Like normally villains like that, they don't like, usually you defeat them or something. Like we actually held her responsible. She held herself accountable, came and confessed, and then took the punishment like a fucking champ, bro. Like
I'm certainly not blameless in this either. It was my suggestion to make an impression by foregoing the pursuit of a monster's head in favor of a person's.
I guess, but...
Nevertheless, the Lady Joanna entrusted her final wishes to us, and we mustn't betray them. It's all we can do, really.
Not bad, pups.
You were passing on the course of a human hunt. You gave a most distinctive showing.
I suppose you're worth introducing ourselves to. I'm Fidelio, that's Basilio. Luis's right-hand man.
Oh, really?
I suppose you're worth introducing ourselves to. I'm Fidelio, that's Basilio.
Bro, this man
Luis's
looks
right-hand
so,
man, see?
like, unimportant. Not to be mean, like, but he's his right-hand man? Okay. He's gonna be a boss then. We're gonna bro, he looks so unpresuming, like...
Each ally of a different tribe. Fascinating.
Yeah, exactly. Diverse. Whoa, this guy really looks evil, bro. Holy. Literally the first couple seconds of this game is him stabbing someone. Serious, bro. And I like that we're actually encountering and interacting with him and stuff. He's just not like, you know, atop of like an ivory tower type of thing, and then at the very end we encounter them. I want him to know us, you know, but and then obviously the way this game's story and everything is, it's like it's nice. It's like a tournament and competition. I'm really enjoying this so far, like overall, like in every like aspect. It's hitting all the right notes. Music, story, the cast of characters, I like them, but it's still taking time for me. Whether it ends up the way it is for like other RPGs like Tales or Final Fantasy and stuff. Like even in Final Fantasy, I don't really necessarily care about some of the party members. I like some more than others. Some I feel absolutely nothing, like no opinion, whatever. I don't give a shit about them, right? This game, it's like sometimes it's like you start off neutral and you go up or down from there, right? And then some people, since like maybe how they look, or they're just not really important seeming or interesting seeming based on like one piece of dialogue or the other, I'll just kind of be like, you know, like not neutral, like they'll just kind of start a little bit negative, and then it just goes from there. But to get me like attached and like really like the characters, that takes time. And that's why like when I'm playing these games, it's important to take my time. If I were like speeding through only the main stuff and then like not even really taking in the dialogue, reading the lore, trying to piece things together, kind of like introspect, like whatever, just kind of theory craft too, that's a part of the experience, like, you know. And that's like a thing too, like if the game's story isn't like, you're gonna see me play some games where the story I don't give a shit about. It's gonna be how a lot of you are like that with stories, and it's like I understand. I'm like that with some things. It's just I can immerse myself if I wanted to. I can get myself really into it. It's just if it's shit, I don't really want to. If it's like it's all about like how it's presented, framed, and delivered and executed ultimately, and then just like me and my mood and what I'm like. Maybe I'm playing too much of one thing or the other thing, or it's too much of the same kind of tropes, or it's like done horribly, or this game's it's good. It's getting that 94 Metacritic, or whatever the Metacritic is now. I'm seeing it, and it wasn't originally like in the first like hour. It's not completely like revealed to the extent how like this game's flow. You need to give it a little bit of time, like fucking 5 to 10 hours. Like basically once you get to the other place, Martyria, and then you do all the side stuff and then move on to this place, now you know the flow. Like it's just gonna be the next place. I'm probably gonna do a bunch of dungeons around here, that sort of thing. Sorry, I'm like, it's good though. Very, very good.
I suppose you...
Better to have dependable friends than familiar ones. Something we've got in common.
Not only did you expose a failing of the Sanctus Church,
yeah, exactly,
but you dared to bring her alive so Forden himself could do the grisly part before all his flock.
That...
Yeah, I was about to say that specific aspect was not...
Same idea, yeah. A real person's head gets more eyes on you than some decapitated beast. And now, you're the names on everyone's lips, aren't you?
We only righted a wrong, right? Silence. Exposing a failing of the Sanctus Church, I think we could agree that's like something, you know, but the execution thing is like, no, they didn't. I don't, you know how it is. Like this. It's not like we knew that forward, or even the possibility of it. That's why they're like, oh, right there. It's like she was, you know, you would think she'd be taken away, jailed, you know, and then like maybe use trial or wait for an execution or whatever, like, you know, the judgment rendered or whatever they end up doing. But it's like, nah, right here, right now, execute her. Boom, we just stabbed her in the head. Wagon, they had the wagon ready to go, dog. Like, jeez. We only righted her wrong, bro.
No. We only righted her wrong.
And you weren't afraid to make an enemy of the church to do it. It's quite a feat for a no-name candidate to so deftly rub Forden's face in the dirt. A wake-up call, I'm sure, for those who only know his honeyed words.
Oh, Lord Luis, we really should be going.
Relax. They're in the middle of a conversation.
I like a show of strength as much as the next girl, but I do so hate violent spectacles. A view from the sky sounds so much more enchanting, don't you think?
So this is what's become of Luis. There was something eerie to him even as a lad, but I'd never expected him to reach such heights.
Do you suppose we have his attention?
Last time he told us we had to demonstrate our power first. I'd like to think that if he went out of his way to talk to us, that's something we earned.
Yeah, who cares about all that, bro? Stop
I've got a message from Count Luis. He says he'll be sending a messenger along soon, so stay in the city, would you?
Who's out here like proud of himself and shit? Because Luis.
And I have to say, I might not want to let you out of my sight either.
Master Luis was just here. What happened?
Well, he just left. You weren't told?
We'd better be getting back as well.
She might be a party member.
What's so
She
special
doesn't
about
seem like
those
she'd be
fools?
bad. I'm just wondering why she's rolling with like Louise, like she's like a fucking villain too. But if she's a villain, I'll kick her ass too. Same difference.
Luis is having a go for Popeye, eh? Are you officially all flunkies in arms now, then?
Wait, what? The fuck does he mean? What the hell's a gopher pop by, eh? What? Damn it, what's so special about those fools? He's like not even comprehending. We have like plot armor with the main characters and shit. Okay, it's might be a trap.
Might be a trap.
Don't get cold feet now. We knew going in that any plan to win his favor would be dangerous.
We have finally taken the first step in saving His Highness the Prince. If we can get the formula, then we yet have a chance of lifting the curse.
How fares His Highness anyway? He still fights?
I took a look in the Farsight mirror a while ago. He's still asleep. But nothing's changed about his condition.
And do we know where this formula is?
No, but he's bound to keep it somewhere secret if it's evidence linking him to the assassination. Still, a formula would be useless unless it's within arm's reach for emergencies.
If it's something he'd keep close, then...
Ooh, these are all nice options. It's engraved on his body is an interesting option. I wonder if that's actually what it is. But I would assume it's keep close. Pockets close. Gauntlet runner maybe not close enough. Unless it's something people wouldn't even really understand what it is if they saw it and found it. But then again, he probably runs a tight ship. No one's probably around like his quarters or whatever. Let me try this option. It's engraved on his body.
Maybe he's engraved it directly on his body.
Like he's like prison break or some shit.
I doubt he'd literally carve incriminating evidence onto his skin. It'd be backwards in a mirror besides. It's more likely
No,
to be
man, I mean like fucking
Really
runes.
suppose it would be in the runner he uses even today? The incident was near a decade ago.
I was just thinking the most out of that. Like, you know how like this is a fantasy land, or like, you know, I thought the magic, we're looking for the formula. Maybe it's like high level curse spell that like it's inscribed on him or some shit. I don't know. Maybe I just watch too much anime and this game's not trying to be like that. It's interesting that we're like trying to like curry favor with him. I wonder if there's gonna be something where we like actually like, because we're trying to we're trying to find the formula. I don't know if it's like on a scroll or something or whatever, but anyways.
It's as good a chance as any. Getting inside would be a pain for anyone else, including us.
He said he would send a messenger. Perhaps it would be wise to wait until we've heard his missive.
Good point. Let's just wait for word then.
Okay, cool.
Joanna, a backwater sanctuaress denies me my moment of triumph. She defiles the very church itself. Oh, and naturally it was an elder of all people who stood her before me.
What's that supposed to mean?
The United Tribe never stopped dogging my
Oh,
heels.
dang. Really?
An idea occurs, Your Eminence. For the tournament's next challenge, let us center the competition on a show of piety. Make them prove their Sanctus faith. After all, Sanctism is the state religion. It would be the barest of leaps to suggest that loyalty to the church is loyalty to the state.
I assume you have a plan?
Altaberry's our next destination. The very seat of the faith outside the capital. I thought we might propose another hunt.
Oh, okay.
This time for relics.
Altaberry? Very seat of the faith outside the capital. Okay.
Ah, the so-called divine relics. Those false idols the pagans consider relics of their gods.
What need does the world have for gods beyond ours? Soon, they will talk of nothing but how to win the Sanctus Church's favor. Your Eminence's influence would be sure to reach even greater heights.
And in the pagan lands, the greedier candidates will plunder and pillage for idols as they see fit. Fine footholds for our missionaries, all without getting our hands dirty. The collection of divine relics should be a spectacle held on Saint's Day. Our divine right will be undeniable. Once I take the throne, I will re-establish that these relics originally belonged to the Sanctus Church, and that they were ransacked from us in the course of history.
Ah, that's oh my god, that's funny.
Once I take the throne, I will re-establish that these relics originally belonged to the Sanctus Church, and that they were ransacked from us in the course of history.
That's funny, bro. So, in one breath, he's saying...
Ah, the so-called divine relics. Those false idols the pagans consider relics of their gods.
And then he's just gonna, you know, literally lie, make a story up that it's actually our shit all along.
Your Eminence, on that day, I should be grateful to be honored with a proper title.
Say no more.
Dipshit.
A concession only fair for the right hand of the saint.
Oh, he's his right hand. Okay, yeah.
Service. You do not bow your head.
Well, he seems like he seems more like
apologies.
Louise's right hand, man. I didn't spoil. Okay, I've seen a thumbnail of the final boss. I don't know if that's like the final one, but like I never you know, whatever. But Louise's right-hand man can't be that. Like, he must transform into something cooler. Is what I think makes most sense if he's like looking like that. Like, I don't know, dude. Or maybe he's like sick at magic or something.
What troubles you, my child?
Well, my concern would be about the risks involved. Some theories suggest even the royal scepter was originally one of these relics. In the unlikely event that a divine relic were to be found to nullify the king's magic...
If such a relic existed, it would have been found
Oh, it probably
long
exists.
ago.
No, it exists.
You burden yourself with such fears.
No, it
All
exists.
you need to do is be a good saint. Smile.
They always like proving themselves wrong.
And bless.
Well, not like, but they just end up proving themselves wrong.
Capital and gather the people under my banner.
Understood.
When they start talking like that, it's like, oh yeah, the game story, all
Time
that.
marches on,
It's like,
and the age of a new
that would
king
just be
draws nearer.
pointless to not end up to something fruitful. It would just end up being like a random throwaway line that's like, which,
Hello? A word?
like not a throwaway line, like
a blighter left a letter for you last night. Said he was Louis's man. Night Prowler today.
Night Prowler.
Bit curt, if I'm honest.
A red
hardly
herring or
diplomatic.
whatever.
Seems like this
Not
Night
sure if that's the right
Prowler
word.
place
Can't
is some
remember.
sort of pub or club. But do you know where it is?
On the city's outskirts. Seemed fairly dingy to my eyes. I can't imagine Louise at a haunt like that.
You think it's a trap? Maybe he's caught on to us?
If he wanted to trap us, I doubt he would make it so obvious. Though that doesn't guarantee our safety there, of course.
We have little other option but to show up.
I'll hang about in the runner. Keep myself busy with tinkering. But let me know if you talk yourself onto Louis's craft, eh?
Right then.
Ooh.
Let's be off to this Night Prowler.
Oh, his Gauntlet Runner might be a dungeon then. That'd be cool.
Let's hurry.
Oi there!
Wait, where are we going? We're going to Night Prowler, Night Monkey.
All right then.
Where?
Well met, eh? Wonderful.
Oi!
Right then.
All right then.
I don't
Where
know
to?
where to go.
Fancy a ride?
Oh.
Please be careful now.
The Night Prowler, you say? You must be people those brothers are talking about. Climb aboard. Oh, this is that place. I was wondering how do we end up here. I couldn't choose it.
Well, look who it is. Appreciate you coming out.
So it was you two.
You expected us to roll out the red carpet right into our headquarters. Consider this a pre-show. Still, you really are just a kid, aren't you?
And you're one to talk?
I wouldn't go having a laugh at me big brother's expense.
Oh, he's the big brother?
Step in. Make some
Oh, you're brothers? Oh, right and left hand man of Louise.
You are brothers. And he...
Oh, she's literally saying the same thing.
Here I thought the Magnus brothers' name was making the rounds. Shame.
Magnus brothers?
It's fine. First offense and all won't kill you yet. Besides, Lord Luis has taken quite a shine to you lot. Before we let you see him, I have a question. I want you to think long and hard before you answer, right?
No way. We're getting sinister looks from the whole pub.
What kind of king are you selling yourself to be exactly?
The king of the north.
Let's have the pitch.
I don't want to be king. I treat all tribes equally. This one. No more racism.
I treat all tribes equally.
Just like Lord Luis.
All right, a bit much. Ease off. You know there's a big difference between meritocracy and equality. You're not doing yourself any favors here, are you?
Let's drop the pretenses, shall we? We were all about impressing Luis, and we've done that. You're all about results, aren't you?
You'll answer the question from me too. Why do you want to serve Master Luis? No lies now.
Oh, we definitely lied. I admire Master Luis's power. I don't like Forden or his church. I'm in love with Juna Lunia. I didn't hear. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Interesting choices once again. All three are lies. Well, actually, no, not number two. Don't admire his power. That's too much. That's actually too much. But I'm curious what this would end up being. What we would say. Let's go with this.
I don't like Forden or his church.
Too right. They have no idea what justice is. Ah, but you had a sanctoress publicly executed so you could get ahead. Not in a position to moralize.
It's not like that, but okay.
We don't expect everyone to take our side. We're just here to right wrongs.
Y'all are the one that are the savages that
whatever.
Got her, killed her on the spot in front of everyone.
More accomplished than that Gladel ever did. You seem like the types to make yourselves useful.
Not many get Ardel's blessing. It's worth celebrating that. For now. You're in.
Someone like you should already know what it's like. The minority tribes face walls and barriers everywhere they look in society. Our greatest hope rides with Master Luis. We'll do whatever it takes to make him king, and starting today, so will you. Come on then. Master Luis is waiting for you inside his gauntlet runner, the Caradrius.
And no funny business up there, yeah? Nothing gets past the king's magic, and Lord Luis is one of the top candidates. We've captured some, what, 10 odd assassins now? Lord Luis uses them for magic experiments, and, well, you know how that ends.
We finally have access to Luis's headquarters.
It's a valuable opportunity. Ideally, while most of our group is meeting with Luis, someone else can do a quick search inside.
Wait, me?
There's no one more suitable. Anyone else, and he'd question their absence.
You're putting a solo infiltration on my tiny shoulders?
Let me play as her, please.
But fine, I'll do it.
Once we're in the Sky Runner, we'll
just
assess the
cutscenes or some
situation,
shit.
then deal with our own tasks.
Oh, okay. Probably a dungeon then.
Where?
So?
Luis's Gauntlet Runner, the Charadrius, is stationed in Warship Harbor. Let's take a ferry to get us over there. We're still on the lean. Whenever there's no option here, it's we're like in the we're locked in basically. Do all the linear story segments.
Hello there.
It's a dungeon?
Incredible.
Wow, it didn't hit me until we got right up close to it, but this runner really is huge.
Hey!
Sounds like it is. Oh, this is, yeah, see, that's big enough to be, it is a dungeon, bro. It's gotta be. Oi, over here. Keep your heads out of the clouds, will you?
Sam!
You bumpkins can fawn over the Charadrius all you want later. We won't be flying for a good while anyway. What with the soiree or no? Soiree, what's that? Hey, boss, how about you don't go telling them anything they don't need to know? We aren't officially friends yet. Now follow me. Yeah, see, we're like trying to kiss up to the villains. I want to see how it pans out, but it's interesting. I don't always see that. Now follow me. I'll give you the grand tour.
Got it.
And friendly warning, be on your best behavior. You try anything clever, you're dead on the spot. Make a rude comment to Lord Louis, dead on the spot. Got it? Okay, you dude looks basic like me. Not shy about making threats. We'll stay on his good side, okay?
Seriously.
Let's not test his patience then, eh? Lord Louis is in the reception room, and you don't want to keep him waiting.
We're off.
Yeah, look at the dungeon. So there seems to be a pattern of you going and doing the main, like, let's say it's a main story dungeon. You go in first, something's gonna happen, and then you go back out, and then you have like a deadline to and then I'll like do a bunch of stuff, do the side dungeons, bounties, whatever. So I'm seeing if it's the same case here. It seems like it is gonna be that way.
You little
The size of Louis' Skyrunner is ludicrous, and he parks it in the middle of Warship Harbor like his bloody name's on it. Listen, mate, you ain't wrong, but you gotta let this one go. You never know who might be listening. Once the exhibition is over, they'll clear out and they'll all blow over.
Hang on!
We can't even leave.
Check this out.
If I may.
Glotto comes through here an awful lot. You know him, don't you? One of the Louis faction candidates. Sometimes he's got this beast of a dog with him too. Sad to see a man with a temper like his with a pet. But wouldn't you know it, he's sweet on that dog. Oh, somewhere at the bottom of his black heart, he thinks that dog's cute or something. Strangest thing you ever did see. Sweet to that beast of a dog.
At last.
We've got to seize the first foothold for our infiltration. Soon enough, Louis will be within our grasp.
Indeed.
This runner bears more in common with a castle than a carriage. I can hardly imagine what its interior must be like.
Now, where was I?
Understood.
It is impossible to discern how much trust the brothers will afford us. Keeping our guard up around them will be crucial.
Got it.
And here we are. Go on in.
I'm leaving.
Don't wander off. Until you get used to it, this place can be a real maze. Oh, I'm sure it is. Sure it is.
Oh, yeah?
Wow, there's so many soldiers here. I suppose we should have expected as much from Louis' stronghold. I feel like we're always being watched.
Well,
like it or not, an elder recruit is always going to stand out, but we're on the same side as all of them for now, so stand tall.
And yet...
Skyrunner Charity is
Wait, what you need?
You the new guy? Hang on a minute. You're an elder? Well, ain't that a rare sight? Just do your level best. Alright, we ain't shy about casting off those who aren't strong enough to keep up. So be sure you pull your weight, you hear? Did you hear about what happened at the exhibition? Some elder kid showed up for it, they say. And apparently Lord Louis loved it. That kid's going places, I can tell you that.
Look at that.
Yeah, is it true? Did Glotto really show up to the exhibition with the head of a human in hand? Yeah, but the head was so small that hardly anyone noticed. Makes you wonder what the hell the point was. It was like arts and crafts. Like some fake duck head.
That reminds me.
Oh, you're an Elder candidate I've been hearing about. Apparently Lady Yuna likes you too. Yuna or Juna? I don't know. She's staking her claim on some kid even though she's already with Lord Louise. Damn, Lady Yuna's got stamina to spare. Jeez.
Got it.
The reception room is on the top floor. This lift will get you there.
What in the...
What was that? That happens to everyone. Is that some sort of magic control locking mechanism?
Yeah.
It keeps the suspicious element out. You know, like the bastards pretending they're grunts when they're actually assassins.
I see.
Seems like a secure system. I assume you need a key to get around.
Yeah.
Yep, there's different keys for different areas. Only a select few ranking soldiers have them. If you want to walk freely around the runner, then you're going to have to move up our ranks a bit first. Ah.
Evidently.
Keys are only given to ranking soldiers, is it? Navigating this place may prove difficult without those in our possession. You'll need to acquire them then. Oi, already trading treacherous whispers amongst yourselves, eh? Quick with the gossip and get on already.
Oh, nice.
It's much bigger than I thought. I almost forget we're inside a gauntlet runner. Quit looking around so much. Now, what have we got here? Are we letting schoolboys in the ranks now? These kids are our new recruits. So that's all it took, eh? A little show at the exhibition? Used to be you'd have to prove yourself before you could stand with the Count's men.
No.
They got Lord Louise's approval. If that's not enough for you, I'd keep it to yourself before someone knocks you off that pedestal.
What's the meaning of this?
What? These peasants against me? Please, I'm a bloody sergeant. We could settle this right here, right now, please. They'll be wiping you off the walls.
Don't even try it.
Oh, leave it out, Sand. Oh, he actually has a name? Get your arse back to your post. That's an order. He's gonna be a boss. Just get this through your tiny heads. Power is everything around here. I give you 3 days at most till you run home, tails between your legs. Wait, so how's this dungeon gonna function? Is it gonna be like Persona 5 where they had like certain dungeons had like gimmicks, like the casino? You're just gonna stand there, or are you gonna move? Come on. I'm not complaining. I actually want them to do something to spice it up.
Here.
And this would be Lord Louise's quarters? Just a reception room, lass. He'd be daft to show a pack of strangers straight to his private quarters, wouldn't he? See? That makes sense.
All right.
Lord Louise is waiting inside. Enter. Watch, you see that option where it says it's like inscribed on him? Maybe that's somehow true. Guess that's my cue. I'll try looking around for this formula. Because he's a mage. He's apparently a really good one. Be careful. Lots of sharp eyes about. I'll try. You all stay safe too. See you soon, I hope. And also the story dungeons we went in weren't as long as the cathedral.
Brilehaven. But it is its identity I truly respect.
Or maybe I cut time down because I've been playing more and more, like, you know? Maybe that was since it was my first dungeon. It seemed pretty long though. What do you say? I wasn't even listening to my bad.
A beautiful city, Brilehaven. But it is its identity I truly respect.
Anyways.
Oceana's navy might well have won them the Annex War. If your Cronia hadn't chosen to forgo their honor and launch an opportunist attack in the wake of a storm. Even now, United in the kingdom, their pride in their power is what keeps this city alive. You wish to join my ranks. I need ask little else. Instead, I would hear what you wish to know most. Ask and I will answer.
Oh, okay, cool.
That is why I've bid you come here.
Here we go.
Did you kill the royal family? So, are you and Yuna... This would pair nicely with being in love with her option. Which I was curious what he would say in response to that. If you're like going at that angle where you're literally just here for that girl. Which, mind you, I don't even know what we know about her. Where is she? There we go. Ioanni Cygnus, a beautiful Nydia songstress whose extraordinary voice is praised. Oh, yeah, okay. Her cohabitation with Louise leads many to suspect they are lovers, though in reality, yeah, are they smashing or not? What is, or they're probably related or something. No, but she has, never mind. She's more of a adjutant. What's adjutant mean? Sorry, hold on. Adjutant. A military officer who acts as an administrative assistant to a senior officer. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if she's that, but that's a wild thing to say to him, though. He's testing us. So I'm gonna do it. Did you kill the royal family?
Did you kill the king? And
oh shit! Oh,
my dagger laid buried in the king's chest until his mortal husk entered the casket.
Oh, Ben, this man's not even trying to deny it.
You don't deny it.
I never sought to. I presumed Forden would be more than happy to announce it.
Oh.
But I've heard nothing. The man preyed enough on the state government. Perhaps he feared I would be hailed as a hero instead of derided as a killer. Ever the paragon of cowardice.
Huh. Okay, that's a very interesting reveal.
It is clear no small conviction drives you. Perhaps keeping you close will prove useful. You, assembled company, I hereby permit you to enter my service.
We are much obliged.
Oh, dang. We're villains now. Can't beat him, join him.
This is a heart of magic silver. Cut your finger.
Oh, nah, that's too much.
A proper rite of loyalty.
No, bro.
Shows how all our blood flows through the same heart.
Oh, no,
Watch
that's...
yourselves, though. If your own heart's not true to our cause, well, it's not just a drop you lose. It might take
really?
off a whole
You clean that needle or whatever that? Yeah. Oh, there's only two options. It's just
that.
Fear and anxiety. They always lead the people astray. But power and order trumps.
Power.
That is the crux of my rule.
Seems you have no choice. So all the other leaders are like one-dimensional, bro.
Good.
They just care about like one aspect. Beauty, power.
Look at you, like knock-kneed lambs. Just having a bit of fun with you, eh? You think I'd go to all that effort?
Yeah, bro, I thought this was like fucking Hangover. It's like, oh, you guys want me to go that far? Like do some symbolic gesture of gonna actually hurt me, and then we're like all their blood's through that too? Like it's gonna accumulate? That's like fucked up, dog. So I ain't trying to join no cult, dog.
A proper rite of loyalty. Shows how all our...
On August 13th, I intend to hold a soiree in this city.
Soiree.
It seems a fine opportunity for you to make your debut in my retinue.
Very exclusive.
Wow.
Only for those good enough to be part of our campaign. You should feel honored.
As my gauntlet runner requires some maintenance, the party shall be held at the feast hall where I'm staying. In the meantime, do as you will.
Oh, Yeah, let's see what Gallica's doing. Gallica.
Only this area feels any different from the rest. I need a key to get in, though. It'd be nice if I could see what's going on in here, too.
Is that boy candidate here already?
Meeting with Count Luis as we speak, I think. Didn't think he'd end up on our side.
I expect we'll run into each other on the job, eh? That said, let's get back to our rounds.
Yikes! They're coming this way! I have to hide! Is this the other side of that door? Never thought it'd lead to a place like this. This area just screams suspicious with all the guards. The formula's gotta be somewhere around here. Is someone coming?
Figures they'd show up now.
Isn't that the songstress? What is she doing here?
Lady Juna, is something amiss?
I do recall saying I didn't need a personal guard today.
Yes, but this is Luis's personal quarters, and we thought in case you needed...
Well, I don't. You can do your guarding downstairs for today. Do you understand? And, well, I mean, do you really want to be guarding this door when Count Luis returns? Oh, the things you would hear. How awkward for us both.
She's playing into it?
You mean, idiot, don't make the lady repeat herself.
She's like, you're gonna hear a smash, dog.
Lady. We'll make ourselves scarce.
So are they actually a thing? So she's a villain?
Close one.
Doesn't seem like she is.
Opportunities like this are so few and far between. I've got to get this back in place. Oh, wonderful. How were these arranged again?
A magic spell? Is that the formula?
She's an interesting. Is she a good guy, bad guy? Like, I don't know what her deal is.
Just my luck. I can't carry out something that big, and now I know where it is.
Like, is she also maybe putting on a front too?
You've got the man's eyes on you. Now that you've sworn fealty, we can get right down in the guts of his Skyrunner.
Oh, you know what? I never really took it in, but the amount of chairs. We have room for 1, 2, and is that... Yeah, that should be 3. Yeah, and that's 3 in the list too.
I worry for Gallica. Perhaps we ask too much of her. I hope she's all right.
Ah, it seems you worried for naught.
I'm back!
Phew. You're clearly bursting with good news, too.
I know, right? I found where the formula is!
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I saw the real thing. Even if it wasn't, I'd bet the real one's somewhere in that room.
Masterfully done. We could have asked no better an infiltrator.
That songstress Juno was there too. I'm pretty sure it was Luis's private quarters. So I have to wonder what she was doing there.
Well, she said it. They're gonna probably smash.
Whatever the case, I assume you could lead the way to the room?
Well, yes, but it might be a bit tricky.
Well, not. She didn't say. She implied something like that, right? Anyways, I don't think that's. She looks. It seemed like she was playing into it. It might be. And then also the game's like also giving me options where it's like, oh, are they lovers? Like people are even saying it's in the lore page or whatever too. People are saying it's like, all right, but like it probably most likely isn't that. There's definitely something more to it. I just wonder if she's like, you see how we are just trying to curry favor with him to like, you know, we're essentially good guys deceiving him as you know, we're trying to get in his ranks, get the formula, whatever. Maybe she's also doing something, or she needs him, or she's like, maybe he has something on her. I don't know, bro.
To get to Luis's quarters, we'd need to go through the crew quarters, then through the starboard corridor, or the port corridor. You need a key to get into each of the divisions. Whoever's in charge at each guard post has one. Luis's private quarters have a special key too. That one's held by the representative on the bridge.
In short, we'll need to pass through 3 blocks. The crew quarters, either the starboard or port corridor, and the bridge.
I don't
It
care.
looked like he's usually got his quarters under guard. So we'll want to pick a
It's
time
a dungeon,
when there'll be
right?
less people around.
If we need it less crowded, then how about the night of the soiree? Surely it would be a skeleton crew.
Wait, what? Apparently the soiree will be held at the luxury inn that caters exclusively to the upper class. The soldiers manning his runner are bound to have duties in town that day.
He would have us debut as his supporters on that night. How would we get away with not being present?
Maybe if we just excuse ourselves for a short time? We've got plenty of time to prepare. Securing an infiltration route, finding out when it will be less crowded. This is all work we can get done in advance. On the night of, Gallica and one other will slip out, swipe the formula, then return by the shortest route possible.
Have anyone in mind? My hearing makes stealth jobs simple work.
Yeah.
No. I think he'd be our best bet.
What, the main
You
character?
would have the guest of honor himself absent?
This is Luis we're talking about. He's bound to notice any absence. If we've lost on that front already, we might as well send our strongest.
Okay.
What do you think? It would be risky as a mere solo infiltration.
A solo?
Are you up to the task?
You'll be in more danger than I. That's a badass thing for him to say.
You'll be the ones in the most danger, won't you?
I can hardly deny it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You're right. And I'm well aware of the fact.
Seriously. We're jumping from tightrope to tightrope here.
How's this
We'll
next
have
part
to
gonna
prep our
play out?
infiltration strategy tomorrow.
Interesting.
For now, let's get back to the inn and
Are
get
they
some
gonna
rest.
throw something atypical as opposed to the dungeons and stuff we've done so far?
That reminds me.
By the way, do you remember the man we met in Luis's Gauntlet Runner? He seemed very proud of his strength.
Yes.
Ah, he was rather full of himself. Yes, Sergeant Xanth, was it? Wow, he's actually being mentioned. He got told to go back to his post, which makes me wonder. He might be in charge of one of the runner's sectors.
I see.
That would be unfortunate. I could tell his strength is formidable even to be near him. I doubt he would simply let us pass. In any case, we should probably rest for today. We can talk in more detail in the morning. Cool.
Got it?
The success of our infiltration depends entirely on our preparations after tomorrow. Don't worry, as long as we work together, we'll find a solution.
May I speak?
The day of the Prince's awakening may be nearer than we realize. We've got to make our preparations before that soiree. The songstress has been Louise's private chambers. Not that I would judge her, I suppose. Oh yeah, she's like a fan of her, so she's probably like speculating. She's like shipping them in her head. She's probably like parasocial about it, like, oh, I wonder like they actually do this or that, or like, you know, and then yeah. And then she probably hates that it's Louise that she's choosing. You know what I mean? Like this, the very villain that we're after. At any rate, the operation begins tomorrow. Rest well tonight.
Look at that.
I'm done. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Yeah. Okay.
Look at that.
Cool. I actually don't mind when it's like
Good night.
linear like this. I just a bunch of story stuff. It's getting good.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I'm curious how they're gonna like shake it.
Now then.
Now, starting today, we need to work on an infiltration route to Luis's private quarters. The issue is those in charge of each area, the ones holding the keys. It would seem they make a formidable lineup. What shall we do? Maybe the simplest option is the best option. Get them alone, beat their key from them, and then push forward.
Even so,
if we mean to attack, a short, decisive encounter is the order of the day. if they call for reinforcements, we may not fare so well.
Yes.
Louis's subordinates have attained their rank through martial prowess. If we wound their pride, negotiation may still be on the table. Oh, that makes sense. Not this one.
We have to prepare first.
Just take precautions. We need to be as prepared as we can before we attempt this.
Yeah.
Right. A new situation calls for new tactics. We ought to build up our strength by hunting bounties and the... Alright, so deadline for the thing. Or we may end up over our heads. Okay, cool. Infiltrating short, decisive battles. Unlike previous operations, time is of the essence when infiltrating. You'll need to keep your battles short. Defeating the officers within a certain number of turns. A turn limit? Okay. All the officers are quite strong and each will require you to be tactical. Okay. The fact that it's an actual tutorial. Gather information about them in town and utilize requests to strengthen your abilities to give yourself a fighting chance. So yeah, it makes sense. We'll do all of the other stuff first, and then we'll probably have still some time left, but then we'll try to do the dungeon in one day. Maybe we could dig up some dirt through an informant. Who knows? They might have a weakness we can exploit.
Got it.
Well then, before we can secure our route to his quarters, it sounds like we have to do some digging before the day of the soiree. Okay, cool. Yeah, this still similar, the same structure or dungeon, whatever. That dungeon itself is going to be different the way it like plays out and functions, I imagine, unless it's just like in Persona 5 they had differences between the dungeon. It's not just like a intricate place that's themed and you just go through, beat up monsters, make your way to the end, and then every so often there's safe rooms and stuff. It's not always like that. There's like a gimmick maybe to like some, you know, you see that last dungeon we did, we had to lift the thing, lower the thing, the floodgates and stuff. So yeah, this one's also gonna have some gimmick, which we already know. Mission with a deadline has begun. Be cautious of storms. Inclement weather condition may occur around Brilehaven. Meet with your allies and Worship Harbor. Okay, cool. So we were right. Louis's Gauntlet Runner is the dungeon. Interior of Louis's Gauntlet Runner is divided into 4 areas: crew quarters, starboard corridor, port corridor, and the bridge. You'll need to obtain a special key from a person in charge of the bridge in the deepest part of the ship. Don't forget, you need to gain access to Louis's quarters by the day of the soiree. Okay.
Let's head there.
How bad could it be? Louis's Gauntlet Runner, huh?
Oi there!
Okay, so now we are free. And there are, new icons. The town is opened up. Like, we're not stuck in the linear, like, you know, now we can actually see what other players are doing and we can choose.
All right then.
So yeah, it's the same thing where like you go in the dungeon, you do something happens, and then it pulls you out for whatever reason. Like in the cathedral, it's like we went back because of Hulkenberg, and then you could just go back in and, you know. And then that well, the Creole Castle or whatever, the underground place, we went in and we backed out. So it's like, you know, the pattern still standing true there. But yeah, I think we have a lot of stuff to do. It makes a lot of sense to do all of these icons and like all the dungeons, the bounties. So yeah, it'll be, and then we'll make our way to the main dungeon. That is also the same. The loop, the gameplay loop has made itself known. I just thought they were gonna do something different in terms of like not the dungeon, but including the dungeon, but like the whole next segment, because it felt like we were in a story. The recording I have right now is an hour 42 minutes. We're like in a linear story by story beat segment for pretty long, like almost 2 hours, right? It's like, yeah, when we went to Port Brilehaven, I mean, when we went to Martyra, I don't think we had that much. I think we had a bit of freedom or a bit faster. That was like pretty lengthy. Lots of stuff happened just now. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and save. And yeah, we'll definitely get right to that.
All right then.
Well, not. We'll get started on all of this stuff, and then we'll do the main dungeon. That's the order that makes the most sense.
What now?
And then yeah, we have ways to go, man. Like we're making that. Yeah, we're. I don't even know. This game's long, bro. We got to put in more time, man.